Ridgecrest pride, green and white flashing with that Burroughs stride. 82 legend, champions born. When the Burros hit the court, every foe got warm. Four mighty men got in the team, building every day toward the championship dream. Clark, Campbell, Mason, lending a hand. Coach Larry Bird orchestrating the band. Reeves, the manager, steady on demand. Keeping gear tight, helping every man. Means with the spark, slicing through seams. Bruce bringing fire, lighting up scenes. Lamarca running plays with surgical precision. Wooden in the corner, pure shot vision. Fly with the glide, got his game face on. Five guard strong like a desert storm. Killer lace stroking, jumper smooth and bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Burros basketball at the CIF playoffs. This is Dwayne Blue. Doc, as you'll hear Bob call me, along with Bob Mullins, will be bringing you all the action tonight as the Burros take on the Northview Vikings in the first round of the CIF playoffs. Bob, we've been sitting here for quite a while waiting for just this moment for the Burros to come on out. Let's hope they're ready tonight. We've been watching the Northview Vikings. They've been out here warming up. We've been watching for about a half an hour. What's your impression of them just on the basis of that half-hour look during warm-up?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell because what we really watched early was, an unstructured warm-up. They were just doing a lot of what I call playground kind of shooting. They look like they've got a couple of fairly good ball players out there that can put the ball in the hoop. I wonder, they're not a very physically big ball club. They've got some fellows that are fairly tall and thin, but I just wonder how they're going to match up against the bulk of the Burros.
When you say tall and thin, we're speaking specifically, number one, their starting center, Kirk Williams. He's 6'5". Looks like he probably weighs as much as Scott Fulton's shoulders and one of his thighs.
You better be quick, that's all I can say.
Better be very quick or Scott's going to put him away. Another player that did look pretty good out there in warm-up, Marcus Williams, number 22. He's 6'2". He leaps very well. He has an odd shooting touch, but people are going to see more of him, too.
Well, the Northview Vikings come out of the Valley Vista League. They finished third in that league this year behind Nogales, who won that conference, and Workman, who came in second. Northview earns the right to play Burroughs here at Burroughs High School by defeating Shore High School Wednesday night in a very close struggle, 59-58. We really don't know that much about the conference that Northview is from, or really the strengths or weaknesses of the ball club.
Well, we've got time here before we get down to the opening tip-off. We're still 10 minutes away. Let's just kind of review the Burroughs season. As everybody knows, the Burroughs started off with high hopes this year. They had Dalton Hayward coming back, all-CIF two-way player, most valuable player in the Golden League last year. And they had a good supporting cast. Scott Fulton, who had looked good last year, coming on to start this year. And the summer schedule that the Rec Clubs group had was outstanding, gave them a lot of confidence coming into this year's actual high school season.
They were 21-1 in the summer, and they did that totally without the assistance of Dalton because he was gone for the summer. So everyone had extremely high hopes.
Now the High Hopes took a little bit of a setback. Their opening game was against Bakersfield. Dagotis Jennings, who the Burroughs remember from the previous year. And a good cast. They lost to Bakersfield 72-60. They followed that up by going to the San Luis Obispo tourney and losing 2 straight games there. To Arroyo Grande, 49-45, and to East Bakersfield, 60-56. However, Dalton Hayward was hurt in the Arroyo Grande game.
Early in that game, and did not participate in that tournament from that point on.
So it would have been easy for a club that didn't have their act really together to get a little disheartened after starting off 0-3 when they had such high hopes. Well, Burroughs quickly turned it around. They went down to the Victor Valley tourney, beat Rubidoux by 33 points. They beat Barstow by 5, and then in the finals against good old rival, who else? Victor Valley. They wiped them out by 13, won that tourney.
All of this again was accomplished without Dalton Hayward. Dalton was had a shoulder on the mend and really was out for 26 days there, could not participate in actual play.
Anyway, following the Victor Valley tourney, they went over to the San Bernardino Kiwanis tourney. Looked very good there. They beat Chaparral, Eisenhower, and Alta Loma. The first two in overtime, if I remember rightly.
That's correct.
Then they beat Alta Loma, went into San Gorgonio, undefeated, and I think they're still undefeated, are they not?
That's correct. They're in opening round tonight in 3A. They're currently ranked second, though I can't believe anybody is better than they are. They're 25-0.
At any rate, Burroughs went up against a great San Gorgonio team, lost by only 3 points. Then it was into Golden League. They opened with 4 straight victories. Did not look particularly impressive in all of those first 4. Then they lost to Hart by 1 point down on Hart. That's the last time they've been beat.
That's right.
So when you look back on it, the Burroughs are 18-5 overall. They're 18-2 over their last 20 games, and they closed 8-0. And they're going to have to keep going something and because the next time they lose, it's the end of the season. They're hoping they go 5 more games.
That's right. What is also impressive is the manner in which Burroughs closed out the season. They were extremely tough the last 4 games of the season when they had to be, because actually until they played Antelope Valley the second time, the league championship really wasn't decided.
Well, the Burroughs 18-5 going up against the Northview Vikings. As you said earlier, they're 16-10. They were 16-9 in the regular season. Then they won a playoff game to get here. And that's about all we know about them. Their coach is Ron Rice. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
I'm kind of anxious to see what kind of an offense they run, and also their defense, whether it's a man or a zone. I recall Coach Larry Bird saying earlier in the week that he wished he had had a little more time to prepare against a known opponent, and I'm sure that is his concern tonight.
They're getting a look there at a very, very packed gymnasium. Now they will come in a little bit, make an announcement as they do every year at the CIF playoffs, especially in a smaller gym like Burroughs or over at Trona, and say, ladies and gentlemen, would you please move towards the center, push in toward the center. We have people standing in line waiting to get in.
It's a den in here tonight. It's just like sardines, and I tell you, it's extremely warm.
We made a big mistake. We wore sweaters.
That's right.
The Burroughs look ready out there, Bob. I've never seen some of them jumping so high. Dalton went in for a layup a little bit ago and nearly banged his elbow on the rim.
There goes Paul Vanderwerth also with a little drop in. Could have stuffed it. Jim Cleveland just turned his ankle. I see him grimacing a bit.
You see the Burroughs going in for their layups, playing high above the rim. We're down to 7.5 minutes to go before the tip-off, and we'll be back with the introduction of the starting lineups right after these messages from the great people that have been bringing you Burroughs basketball all year long. Getting about that time, Bob.
Excitement time.
I'm anxious. I'm ready.
Special announcement that needs to be read at this time governing the CIF.
Here we go with the CIF, standard CIF announcement.
CIF Southern Section Playoff Contest.
Rules for crowd behavior. We'll just let you listen to them.
Of good sportsmanship. The officials are neutral people representing the commissioner and have been selected because of demonstrated ability. No distracting noise will be permitted while a member of either team is attempting a free throw. Rooters are encouraged to support their own team, but are requested to refrain from booing the opponent or official decision. We'd like to introduce the visiting Northview Vikings. Number 23, Terry Porter. Number 14, Frank Familari.
They're introducing the entire starting lineups.
Number 15, Darren Conley.
And although we cannot boo the opposing team, they didn't say anything about putting up papers and totally ignoring them. Right, Bob?
There's no rule against ignoring them.
Number 13, Eric Walsh.
starting lineup
Number 32,
for Northview
Sherman.
will be number 11 out there, Matt Marshall. He's 5'9", a senior. Here comes the starting lineup. Number 11, Matt Marshall. He's a senior, 5'9". The other one is Dan Thompson, also a senior. He's 6'1". The two forwards, Kirk Williams at one forward, 6 foot 5 inches tall. The other one is Clay McCrimmons. He's 6'4". The center is Marcus Williams. He's 2 inches shorter than Kirk Williams, but leaps very well. They're calling him the center.
Unbelievable.
The Burroughs team, Bobby Bruce, Paul LaMarca, there's John Fry. Bruce will be back next year, so LaMarca. There's Vanderwerf. Greg Peak will be returning next year. Tim Allen, a senior. Jim Cleveland, also a senior. And 54, Jim White, 6'3" and 1/2 inch junior. He'll be back next year. The Burroughs starting lineup is the same one it's been all year. Here he is, the sophomore, and the leader of this team on the court. Their playmaker, Daniel Means. Dave Wooten, the other guard. Oh, this noise is unbelievable.
It's bedlam in there.
There he is, Dale Killalay.
At the other floor, a 6'5" senior, number 40.
Here's the big man for the Burroughs, Dalton Hayward.
At center, a 6'4" senior, number 50.
And the center, Scott Fulton.
That's a Mack truck going out there, man. I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise as April Celestine will sing our national anthem.
And what's become kind of standard here over the last 3 or 4 home games, April Celestine singing the national anthem. This young lady has an outstanding voice, and the crowd really loves it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through this perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we won, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket with my heart beating out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing down that star-spangled banner yet waves. Oh, the land and
Beautiful, just beautiful.
And I'm ready.
I
Let's
am
go.
too. I'm also very warm. Tip off time. 1 minute late, 7:31.
Dalton Haywood will be jumping center for the Burroughs. And when they introduced Northview, they said that number 21 was a forward, 22 is the center. But 21 is 3 inches taller, and he's jumping
He'll
center.
be jumping. We'll see just how much leap he has.
could win this tap.
And he
Does easily. Killalay controls.
They're playing a man initially.
Northview in a man-to-man defense. Well, look around. Means has it from the free throw line. Moves inside.
Loses the ball.
And bounces around. The Burros lose control of it.
Got up in the air and had nowhere to go with it. Number 30.
McCrimmons hits from the side. Clay McCrimmon. Northview getting down quickly, and Burroughs not transitioning back to defense. Here's quick. Again, Means passes up the shot from the free throw lane. And the basket is not good. The foul's going to be on Matt Marshall, I believe, number 11.
That is correct.
First foul of the game. We've only played 44 seconds in this game. 7:16 left to go. Northview with a 2-0 lead. They're the Vikings from the Valley Vista League. Killalay inside to Dalton Hayward. Flipped it into Fulton. Missed the shot. Back up with it. He's got it. Beautiful pass by Dalton Hayward. Scott Fulton connects on the second try. This is Dan Thompson. Blocked by Fulton. Thrown away. Fulton made a beautiful defensive play, then threw it away. Marshall gets his own rebound underneath, and the foul will be on Fulton, I believe. You're right, Scott Fulton. And that's a shooting foul. Both teams a little hyper here in the early going.
Oh, yeah, and of course the turnovers are what caused that foul. He misses the first.
Marshall sinks the second. Northview is on top, 3-2.
Looks like they're going into a zone, a 3-2 zone. They're in trouble if they let him inside.
Dalton Hayward couldn't control the rebound. And that was Kirk Williams with it.
Nice.
Marshall penetrates. Dalton Hayward with the rebound.
There it is.
Means feeds to Killalay from the corner. Dalton Hayward inside with the offensive rebound. 4-3 Burroughs.
It's going to be a racy game, it looks like. Both teams.
That's Marcus Williams.
Nice
Inside, nice move. Right now, it doesn't look like Northview can stay with Burroughs on the boards. However, they've shown early that they can run, put the ball up.
They're a very quick ball club, and they do like to run.
They're rooting in a corner. Northview is in a zone. Cross court to Killalay from the baseline. Dalton Hayward inside again. The basket's good. He's fouled. Dalton Hayward, 4 points here in the first minute and a half.
21 on the foul.
That foul is on Kirk Williams. That'll be his first.
Right now, it appears that no one on that ball club of Northview can leap with Dalton.
He's been slipping inside for 2 uncontested layups and just put them right back in.
Good.
Free throw good. The Burros lead by 2, 7-5. They've got the press on.
That 11 can bring the ball down. He's
That's
quick.
Matt Marshall.
Where's he going to throw it?
Got caught out of control. No place to throw the ball. Here come the Burros. They've got a man advantage.
Nice pass.
They've got a foul on Marshall.
That's his second.
Behind the back pass by Daniel Means. Dalton knew it was coming. He was fouled as he took the ball up. 5:21 to go here in the first quarter. Burroughs on top by 2, 7-5. Dalton Hayward will be at the line to shoot 2. He's got 5 of the Burroughs 7 points. Scott Fulton has the other 2.
It's going to be a quick ball game, the rate they're going.
Now in the first 2.5 minutes, I would have to say Dalton has been very impressive.
Kind of devastating.
pass to Johnson.
Short.
Couldn't hit it.
They got good position on that, Doc. There it is.
Wooten from the corner. Dave Wooten from his favorite spot in the floor to shoot from. Cans it. The Burros have got a 5-point lead. They're on top 10-5.
Levin is their ball handler. They like him to bring the ball up, and he penetrates very well. Good.
Inside to Williams. Kirk Williams. Scott Fulton was running him. Slipped away from him. Nice pass, got him an easy 2. 10-7 Burros.
Wooten again from
Wooten from the corner. This time, good position inside by the Vikings. Again, the long pass down court quickly.
Overshot it.
Williams couldn't hit either one of them. Dalton Hayward pulled down that rebound.
Intimidated him a bit on that. Forced him to put too much of an arch.
Daniel Means out of control, and we got a jump ball. Daniel was trying to penetrate in there. He got completely out of control. There's no place to go. He ran into a forest of legs.
Well, he got the ball behind him, back on the back of his hip, and he couldn't bring it around.
He'll jump against Marcus Williams, and Williams should win this tap easily.
I think so, too. He does.
But the Burros control it. Burros on top by 3, 10-7. Dalton to Means. And again, the long rebound just over Dalton's fingers. As Clay McCrimmon had it. Oh, inside to Kirk Williams. It was wide open in there. Cuts the Burros lead to 1. 3:41 left to go in the first quarter. The Burros on top, 10-9.
There it is. Traveling. Oh, he's getting 30 for a block.
And that's going to be Clay McCrimmon. Their 4th foul. Northview scored 4 unanswered points.
Foul number 30, Clay McCrimmon, first personal 14 foul. Out of bounds, Burroughs.
There it is.
Wooten pops from the corner. Too long. That's going to be on Killalay pushing off, I would bet. And it is.
I think it was kind of obvious.
Foul on Dalton Hayward.
No, it
Up,
isn't.
Dalton Hayward.
Second team foul.
In that case, Dale Killalay got away with one.
Did they call that on Dalton, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dave Wooten with a near steal. Northview with a chance to take the lead again. They've led it 2-0 and 3-2. Good defensive play by Dale Killalay.
They like to open that middle up and not really have anybody in there and break people across in deep.
Thompson from the corner. Can't hit it. Killalay has the rebound. Means shoots from the free throw line. Can't hit it. Dalton Hayward with the tap in. Dalton Hayward ruling inside.
Putting on a show.
Totally dominant.
Look at
That's
that.
Marshall. Good penetration. The basket counts. The foul will be on. That could be on Scott Fulton. The foul is on Dale Killalay.
Foul on number 30, Dale Killalay.
The Burros lead by 1, 12-11, but Matt Marshall's up at the line. Chance to tie it. And this is a quick team that the Burros are up against.
Well, we haven't really been able to handle the penetration by number 11, I think.
Marshall misses the free throws. Burros down with the rebound. 1-point lead for the Burros. Daniel Means over to Fulton. Wooten from the baseline hits it. Burroughs worked patiently for a good shot. And that time the long pass down court doesn't work.
Heads up by Fulton on that. Wooten again. He had a shot but passed it up.
Killalay from the free throw line. Going to be short. Dalton Hayward couldn't quite control the tip. Dalton Hayward has got 8 points, but he has not taken an offensive shot. All he's got is rebounds. 3 offensive rebounds for baskets. Marcus Williams.
Excellent move by 22.
Scott Fulton with the rebound. 14-11, 3-point Burrow lead. Their biggest lead has been 5. Basket this time down court, matches it. Means misses, rebound is long.
Daniels a little bit off. He's just a little long on his shots.
Nice give and go to Williams. He missed it. Kirk Williams. That hit it, and both teams a little cold shooting from outside. Dave Wooten has hit a couple outside. That's been it. Means penetrates, and it's going to be a foul. If that's on Marshall, that's number 11.
I don't know who they got it on. 3-0.
That's McCrimmon's, Clay McCrimmon's.
The second.
2 on him. Marshall already has 2 fouls. That would have been on him. It would have been disastrous.
Burroughs
He's
is
a
in the penalty
playmaker.
already. Got 5 team fouls.
Means is shooting 2. He was in the act of shooting. 15-11, 4-point lead for the Burros.
Short. But it's going to go.
And rolls it in. 5-point lead once again for the Burros.
Wyatt 11 really pushes the ball up court. He's going to draw those kind of fouls.
Going to have a foul on Dave Wooten reaching in on that one. That's the Burros' 4th foul.
Marshall is a penetrator, and he is definitely, I think, right now, the quickest ball player on the court. That includes Burroughs.
Now, one of the problems with Burroughs, they're standing there watching him come up court, and they're reaching in. What Chick Hearn calls the Matador defense.
That's right.
Marshall is quick.
Fortunately, he's not hitting anything. He's only made 1 out of 4 here in the first quarter.
1:04 left in the first quarter. Burroughs on top, 16-11 still as Marshall misses a pair. He's 1 for 5 from the free throw line here in the first quarter. Both teams out of fouls. Burroughs working the ball around.
Burroughs very patient here. There it is.
And Means again got caught up in the air. He should take that shot initially from the free throw line rather than trying to move further inside.
That's right. He's just trying a little too hard right now. His shots are a little on the long side. It's that adrenaline that's pumping that's causing that. Nice job by Fulton.
Scott Fulton bats away the pass intended for Kirk Williams. 16 seconds left. Marshall got away with that. Got away with his 3rd foul. 11 seconds. Burroughs will play for the last shot. 6 seconds, 5 seconds.
4, you better get it off.
Means from outside, hits it, and that's the buzzer. The end of the first quarter. The Burros on top by 7, 18-11. And the Burros with one of their fastest starts of the year. 18 points in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do in the second. Right after these important messages from the great folks that are bringing you Burroughs CIF basket. Reminder that one of your sponsors for bringing you Golden Burroughs basketball is Sports of All Sorts. And I just found out today that Bruce is in the Ridgecrest Hospital up there having some tests done. I talked to him today. Said he was feeling a lot better than he did yesterday. He's a little dizzy and just wanted to have some routine tests run. So we wish Bruce Sonnenberg of Sports of All Sorts a very speedy recovery and hope he's enjoying the game. Usually he doesn't get to see the game. He's so busy working that he doesn't have time to watch the games. Now he's got Channel 3 cable up there at the hospital.
Sure.
Relax and watch the game. Dalton Hayward again wins the tap. The Burros control it. The Burros were impressive, putting 18 points through the hoop there in the first quarter. They're usually a slow starting team. Killalay from outside is short. McCrimmons controls the rebound, and Dalton Hayward still has not had an offensive shot at the basket other than something that he's rebounded.
That's right. He's working very hard out there. Really hitting those offensive boards where it counts.
Burroughs in a 2-1-2 zone. McCrimmon's from outside.
To shoot from outside.
Daniel Means, long pass to Dave Wooten. He scores it. What a pass by Daniel Means. Dave Wooten with his 6 points. That's going to be on Means. No, on Killalay?
He said he moved over. Is what he just told Dale.
Well, he may have, but Daniel Means raked him with both hands.
That's his second. Team's fifth.
Both teams out of fouls. Is that the only Burrow with 2 fouls?
That's correct.
And Paul Vanderwerf coming in. He'll be coming in for Dale Killalay. 7:13 to go here in the second quarter. The Burros on top by 9, 20-11.
Dale's a little upset over that, but he shouldn't be. He's played very hard, and when you do that, you're apt to pick up those kinds of fouls.
Matt Marshall, 1 for 5 from the free throw line so far.
He just can't.
Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. He's 1 for 6, and that's a big break for the Burros. Wooten from the baseline.
Look at that underneath.
Paul Vanderwerf knocks it around, controlled by McCrimmons.
He almost stole that. Paul got perfect position, knowing where it was going to come down.
Thompson from 20 feet away hits it. 20-13, the Burros lead by 7. Hayward passed up the shot. Vanderwerf from outside. Kirk Williams on the rebound.
Got away with a foul there, too.
Vanderwerf shot that shot from about 18, 20 feet away. Was in there fighting for the rebound.
That's right. Followed his shot beautifully.
Thompson again from outside. Means on the rebound. Means up court quickly.
Good hands by Wooten.
Dalton Hayward. 3 seconds. Dalton should have taken that
He
shot.
lost control of the ball, and that's the only reason he passed off.
In that case, he's excused. The Burros press would be quite effective. It usually is with Vanderwerf in there. Here comes Marshall with it.
Nice pass, but he threw it away.
Off of Marcus Williams' hands and out of bounds.
What happened was 22 made a move to go inside and then broke out, and 411 never had a chance to recover on his pass. That's Matt Marshall. I think he's a fine guard myself.
Very, very quick.
Fulton.
Inside to Fulton. Paul Vanderwerf.
He got 11.
Hit it, and if that is 11, that's the third foul on Matt Marshall.
I'm afraid it is.
That is foul number 3 on Matt Marshall. 5 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and that's going to hurt.
That's their penetrating guard, and I'll tell you for sure it'll hurt him. I think he's a good athlete.
I think they're going to leave him in there.
He's going to have to put his hands in his pocket.
Daniel Means sinks the front end of a 1-and-1. The Burros lead is 8. Their biggest lead was 9 at 20-11. Means brings them back to a 9-point lead.
There he is. He hasn't shied off at all, has he? Look at that feed. Beautiful.
Nice pass from Marshall to Marcus Williams. He's just beating everybody down for the Burros. They're not containing him. He's getting down quickly with about a 2-3-on-1 break. Means from outside can't hit. Here comes Marshall again.
Yeah, same run. There it is again. Same play.
Again, the Burros not making the transition. They're just standing there waving at him, and he's running circles around him. They've got to move back with him. And the Burros quickly realizing that. Larry Bird calls a timeout. 5:17 left to go in the second quarter. The Burros 9-point lead is down to 5, 22-17.
I would say the biggest weakness that Northview has that I have seen so far is the fact that they really can't board that well because they have the height, but they just don't have any bulk in there. They're quick ball club.
That's right, they're very quick, but even though they have the height, they have nobody that can stay with Dalton Hayward as far as leaping ability goes, and nobody can muscle with Scott Fulton.
That's right.
Now, we just want to remind you this game tonight is being brought to you by Bud Air Chevrolet Toyota. You know, Toyota is the #1 selling imported car. Chevrolet is the #1 selling domestic car. So what does that make Bud Air Chevrolet Toyota? Our #1, of course. So stop in, see the friendly folks up at Bud Air. Tell them you enjoyed watching Burroughs basketball and try and make a deal with them.
They've got some beautiful automobiles down there. If you haven't been by lately, you ought to go.
Burroughs basketball is #1 this year. We got a lot of #1 folks that are bringing these games to the people too. Great people that are #1 in our book.
This gymnasium is also the #1 steam bath in town. Whew.
Couple sitting down in front of us nodding their head, yeah.
That's at the 4.
22-18, the Burroughs lead is 4. 5 straight points for Northview. Wooten from the corner. Oh, what a tip by Scott Fulton. Scott Fulton is left-handed. He put that up with the right hand. And that time, Dave Wooten was back with Matt Marshall all the way. Inside to Kirk Williams. Fall away jumper. Oh, the Burroughs will pay him to take that shot. Good defense by Scott Fulton. Kirk Williams made it anyway. And turnover by Daniel Means. Threw it away.
Well, this has turned into a very interesting ball game.
24-20. Burroughs up by 4. 4:40 left to go in this game in the first half.
When he made that move to get away from Paul Vanderwerth, who had set up there, he stepped back onto the line.
Burroughs up by 4, 24-20. Paul Vanderwerf throwing the ball inbounds under the Burroughs' own basket. To Wooten in the corner. The Burroughs are having to work hard for their shots. Northview is playing a very tight zone. Wooten from outside, can't hit it. Rebound long, Marcus Williams has it. And here comes Matt Marshall once again with the ball for Northview. Looks inside to Williams. That foul is going to be on Scott Fulton.
That's his second.
Northview coach wants that basket to count. No way.
Burroughs has got 3 ball players with 2 fouls here in the first half. Dave Wooten with 2, Dale Killalay with 2, and Scott Fulton with 2.
And Kirk Williams sinks it. See what the call is there. Referee coming over. The foul is on Dalton Hayward, elbowing on that shot.
Now what do we do? How do we shoot this? He's still got another shot. Okay. Did they call 4-0 with it? They did. So what does that mean? Now,
Well, Kirk Williams.
If he misses it.
Well, that's the second. He made the first one, missed the second one. Now the player that Dalton fouled will go up there and shoot 1-and-1. It's 24-21.
It gets complicated, doesn't it? I thought this was a simple game.
Only gets complicated when you add the officials because they enforce the rules. And that's a foul on Marcus Williams. Scott Fulton will go at the other end to shoot 1-and-1. 24-21, and the thing that's keeping the Burroughs in the game is the fact that Northview simply is atrocious at the free throw line.
They've missed 7 free throws already this half.
They've made 3. They're 3 out of 10.
7 misses.
Northview 3 for 10 from the free throw line in the first half. The Burroughs, on the other hand, shooting very well. Daniel Means 4 for 4 from the line. Gives Scott Fulton 1 for 1. Dalton Hayward's 2 for 3.
And out.
Rebound to Kirk Williams. Here comes Marshall.
4-point lead for the Burroughs.
25-21. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the first half.
Burroughs is in a very tight zone also.
Daniel Means brings the ball up.
Put it up. He's forcing it a bit tonight.
And good acting job by Dave Wooten. Referee doesn't fall for it.
Bobby Bruce in there, and I'll bet you a dime to a donut anyway, Doc, that his job is to stay with number 11.
.342 left in the first half. Burroughs on top by 4, 25-21. They've only scored 7 points so far here in the second quarter. They had 18 in the first. That's Thompson in the corner. Crimmins back out front to Marshall. He can hit that shot. He hasn't taken any yet, but he can hit the outside shot.
What's he going to get?
Traveling on Marcus Williams.
That they were going to call Scott with his third foul, which would have been disastrous at this point in the ball game. And Matt Marshall's in good shape, I'll tell you. Number 11 for them. He's up and down the court.
He's playing with 3 fouls. Dalton Hayward inside. Rolls it over the rim and through. Dalton Hayward's first shot from the field other than with an offensive rebound. Marshall dribbling through a lot of Burroughs. Look,
traveled all over the place.
He got away with it.
He goes so fast. There's an offensive foul.
That's 4. That's 4 fouls on Matt Marshall, and I got a feeling Northview's in trouble.
I got a feeling I don't know why they left him in there with 3 personals.
Penetrating guard like that, very prone to picking up charging fouls. He just did.
Plus, he got himself hurt. He ran right into Paul Vanderwerth, who had set himself right on the baseline and was not going to allow him to drive it.
2:56 left to go in the second half. Northview in deep trouble. Their playmaker, their ball handler, Matt Marshall, just receding for his 4th foul. Burroughs up by 6, 27-21. You know, nowadays, what with independent retirement accounts and high-rate bonds, everyone's talking investments. Well, we want to talk investments too, but of a different kind. The Century Association is asking you to make a very, very important commitment to invest in the future of the Indian Wells Valley by investing in its youth today, right now. What's it take? Well, a little bit of your time that you might otherwise spend watching TV, a little energy that you might otherwise spend getting up and switching channels on that TV, and $25 per year for your dues. That's only $2 a month, and it could be the best investment you'll ever make. So how do you join? Call one of these association directors right away. Dick Zern, Ed Brooks, Tom Mather, Dennis Hendon, Phil Davis, or Gary Burke. Or ask Bob or myself whenever or wherever you might happen to see us. The Century Association. Join up today. The player is Frank Familari, that took Matt Marshall's place. Burroughs showing a lot of patience. Going to look for the good shot. We've got a 6-point lead. Means from the corner. Dalton Hayward on the rebound. Dalton Hayward, 5 baskets, 4 of them on offensive rebounds.
Now they got a problem bringing it up court without number 11. Number 12 threw his elbow out.
Going to be on Daniel Means, though. They are going to have a problem because Vanderwerf knocked it away from Frank Familari, the guard who came in to replace Matt Marshall.
Well, number 12, Dan Thompson, definitely threw an elbow out and made the contact with his elbow, but the official saw it a different way, and that's all that counts.
8-point lead by the Burros.
Oh, they can't shoot.
Thompson missed it. Dalton hauls in the rebound. Means in the corner, brings it out front to Vanderwerf.
It is, back to Means. There's a shot.
Means passed it up, then took it. Can't hit it. Daniel Means outside shooting is off tonight.
It'll come. He's got to stay with it.
Might still be a little tight. This is his first CIF playoff game. He's only a sophomore.
There's a shot. He traveled.
Familary traveled. Oh, did he shuffle his feet. Dalton Hayward screening out. Marcus Williams got away with a foul. Daniel Means back out to Bobby Bruce. Inside to Fulton. Back out front to Dalton.
There we go. Good job by
Punched away by Vanderwerf. Kept it alive.
Inside.
Dalton blocked from behind. Gets it back. Gets it again.
Jump ball.
And we got a jump ball.
What effort. What effort. My goodness, I thought there could have been several fouls called on some of well, I mean, to get up. 3 shots?
Yeah.
He's got to be tired.
1:31 left to go in the first half. Burroughs on top by 8. 29-21. Dalton Hayward has dominated the backboards tonight. Back to Means.
Good passing.
Burroughs working, looking for an open shot.
Asking for somebody to come to the ball, too. There it is.
Vanderwerf from the free throw line, tries to move in.
Nice pass.
Gets it over to Means in the corner. He can't move in. Bruce from outside, looks long, way long. Off one of the Northview players. In fact, it was right off his head.
It hit number
21,
Kirk Williams. I know he had a funny expression on his face because it didn't hit anything but backboard and came directly off of his head. Out of bounds. Fulton.
Little jump hook and hit it. And the Burroughs having trouble putting the ball in the basket, except for Dalton Hayward's offensive rebounds. This is McCrimmons from outside, left-hander, can't hit it. Scott Fulton boxing out. 36 seconds left in the first half.
There it is. Oh, what a pass.
Dalton Hayward with the offensive rebound.
What did they call on Dalton? I don't believe that. I think they did. That's his third.
I really don't see how they could call that foul on him. I didn't see it.
I don't understand that call. I do not.
Well, Bob, the officials have been making calls all year that we didn't understand. Why should the CIF playoffs be any different? Big hand for Dalton Hayward as he comes out. Dale Killalay will come in for the final 29 seconds of the first half.
They still haven't improved their free throw shooting.
Thompson missed it. That's Marcus Williams with the rebound, and he hits it.
Marcus Williams.
29-23, 22 seconds left in the first half. The Burros should play for the last shot. They'll go in at halftime leading by 6 or 8. They don't want to lead by anything less. Down to 11 seconds. They're down to 7.
They shoot it.
Killalay will take it from the baseline. He hits it. And at the end of the first quarter, Means hits the shot with 1 second left. Here at the end of the second quarter, Dale Killalay hits a shot with 1 second left. The Burros are on top by 8 at the end of the first half, 31-23. We'll have the halftime stats right after these messages from the great people that are bringing you Burros CIF basketball. Sports of All Sorts wishes the Burros good luck. This is Dwayne Blue for Sports of All Sorts, making an announcement that just because the grand opening is over with doesn't mean the bargains are gone. In a store with this much merchandise, there have got to be bargains, and Sports of All Sorts has got them no matter what your game is. That's why they call it Sports of All Sorts. Right now, it's softball and baseball season coming up. They've got the top of the line. How about this Nakona glove? The top gloves in the business. And as far as bargains, how about this? Saucony all-purpose shoes. Look at the cleats on that. And these are on sale right now. Great bargain. 20% off up here at Sports of All Sorts.
40%.
What's 40? I beg your pardon. 40% off on these great Saucony all-purpose shoes. How do they do that for 40%? Well, remember, no matter what your game is, they can handle it up here at Sports of All Sorts. Open 10 to 6 on weekdays, 10 to 5 on Saturdays, 237 Balsam.
I don't understand how they can sell those for 40% off. I really don't.
Though Matt did not give very many points that first half, he caused a lot of points to be scored by his penetration and feeds to both of the Williams boys, Kirk and Marcus. Quickly, the points, the first half of the Burros, 31. Daniel Means with 6, Dave Wooten with 6, Dale Killalay with 2, Dalton Hayward with 12, but has 3 personal fouls. Scott Fulton with 5 for 31 points for the Burros. For the Northview Vikings, 23 points at halftime. Matt Marshall with 3 points and 4 personals. That is really bad. Dan Thompson with 2, Kirk Williams with 7, Marcus Williams with 9, and Clay McCriven with 2 for their 23 points.
Burroughs defense quite impressive there in the first half, holding Northview to only 23 points. They played good defense. They were giving them, for the most part, only 1 shot at the basket. Gave them 11 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second, 23. Burroughs, on the other hand, 18 points in the first quarter for one of their best starts of the year. They lost only 13 points in the second quarter, and they outscored Northview by 1.
Northview is starting Frank Familiari in place of Matt Marshall here in the second half because they just can't chance him picking up that 5th foul early in this second quarter.
Tap controlled by the Burroughs. And Northview in his own. Means from outside, can't hit it. Rebound long, Marcus Johnson picks it up. Dalton Hayward picks himself up after taking a tumble. And Northview trails by 8. Familari from outside hits it. Oh, he may not have the quickness of a Matt Marshall, but he can put the ball through the hoop too. 6-point lead for the Burros, 31-25, and they've got to figure out some way to penetrate this zone. That's the best way to beat the zone right there. Dave Wooten from the corner. 8 points for Dave Wooten. 33-25, 8-point lead once again for the Burros. The most they've led by is 9. They've done that twice. Thompson from outside. Thompson from the top of the key. Cuts the Burros lead to 6 once again. Bob inside from Fulton to Dalton Hayward, and we've got a foul. It's going to be on Clay McCrimmon, I think.
Number 30. Did they get 30 or 14?
I think that's 30. If it is, it's his 3rd. Marcus Williams. Only his 2nd foul. That's not bad strategy to foul Dalton if he gets the ball in that deep. Means from outside, can't hit it again, and we have. That foul is on 14, I think. Frank Familari, and they got him for elbowing Dalton Hayward as Dalton was trying to move through for the rebound.
He's not at all pleased with the call, but it doesn't matter. You know, you can't negotiate those with the officials. Get Dave Wooten in that corner where they'd like to have him.
Means from outside.
He can't hit one of these yet, and that'll turn the cycle around, I hope.
Yeah. He's not going to do anything to that zone. He's going to have to hit more than one because he's missed enough that they're going to make him definitely demonstrate that he can hit from outside. Daniel Means with a really off night shooting.
Good hand.
He stole that one, though.
It is the Wooten.
Oh, beautiful pass. A perfect pass by Daniel Means. He threaded the needle, led Wooten perfectly.
Checked it out of bounds. Daniel has put some pressure on number 14. You see, that's where they're missing number 11, because he can just penetrate that with his speed.
That's right. The Burroughs press is going to be a lot more effective without Matt Marshall in there for Northview. 35-27. Burroughs up by 8.
Almost stolen again.
The Burroughs in a 2-1-2 zone.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be on Scott Fulton.
He got up in
That's
the air.
3 on Scott. So both the Burros big men, Scott Fulton, Dalton Hayward, 3 personals each. We've got 5:31 left to go in the third quarter. And fouls could
Play a very important role there.
Could be the critical point. Dalton Hayward high above the rim. Got down with both hands. About a foot above the rim.
Here it is to Wooten.
Wooten from the baseline. Hits it. Dave Wooten. 12 points.
In the second half. 6 points here in the third quarter. Nice try.
And Scott Fulton just kind of had to put his hands in his pockets, let Marcus Williams have the baseline. He got a step on him, had to let him have it. Smart play.
Here it is to Fulton. Nice move.
Oh, power move. Scott Fulton spun to the inside, took it up with the left hand, the inside hand, just powered that in.
Putting some pressure on him now.
Oh, it's thrown away. Marcus Williams chases it down in the corner.
Good job by Fulton.
And a beautiful fall-away jumper by Marcus Williams.
What'd they get?
Dale Killalay with the foul. 35-29. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 6-point lead for the Burros.
Marcus Williams to the line, 2-1.
He's got 13 points here in the ball.
Yeah, he saved that ball in the corner. The press nearly forced the turnover. And another free throw missed. Dale Killalay hands off to Means. Here he comes up out of the backcourt with it.
Killalay. Nice pass out.
Dale drives in.
Forced it a bit.
I think he was hoping to draw a foul. 8-point lead for the Burros, 39-31. And Marshall is back in there. Matt Marshall's back in. Oh, Dan Thompson
Look at that. He got
really
that
threw up a rock.
Nice shot.
Oh, Dale Killalay off the lob pass from Means. The Burros open up a 10-point lead.
Number 11.
The Crimmins threw it away.
Matt Marshall can hardly walk up and down the court. He's out there just giving everything he's got. He's got a bad ankle that he injured when he drove into Vanderwerth when he picked up his fourth foul there in the second quarter.
The Burros up by 10, 41-31, their biggest lead of the game.
There it is.
Inside to Fulton. Tries to spin up for a power shot. Oh, they're calling a offensive foul. That's 4. That's 4, and I disagree with that call. That was a bad call. He didn't throw out an elbow. He just turned.
Too bad. But like you say, in a game like this, boy, you get a couple of calls go the wrong way against you, and it can put some of your key people down on the bench for a long time. It could have a bearing.
Thompson nearly traveled, managed to save it.
11 is really hobbling out there. Short.
Means with the rebound.
Means pushes it up court. Killalay.
Killalay from the corner of the free throw line hits it. And a new player in for Northview, number 23, Perry Corder.
Boy, he just barely got that away. Burroughs is really pressuring him on defense.
12-point lead, 43-31. Tight zone defense. Corder from the baseline again. That time he hit it.
Who was that, number 23?
Perry Corder. 43-33. Burroughs lead back to 10 once again. Paul Vanderwerf.
Looked good, too, from where we... Uh-oh.
Dave Wooten. Dave Wooten got hit right in the nose. And I don't know whether we're going to have a foul there. We should. I don't know whether the referee called a timeout after Burroughs got control or whether he called that foul on Marcus Williams first.
Dave Wooten. He called a 2-2 foul. He did call it on 22. I think he broke his nose. I hate to say that, but I'm telling you, it didn't look too good when he rolled over toward us. I know it right now. He's getting a little bit of...
Well, right now, Dave Wooten, the Burros' only outside shooter against that zone defense being thrown at him by Northview. None of the other Burros have shown the ability to hit from outside.
His nose is bleeding just a little bit, but he's up. It happened immediately down here on the offensive boards. Somebody came out of there and it caught him right smack in the nose with, I believe, an elbow, maybe a shoulder.
I'll tell you one thing, Dave Wooten is tough.
Of course he is.
It's going to have to be broken to keep him out.
He grabbed it immediately, so you knew he was hurt. And he motioned to the referee as he was coming down that as soon as Burroughs got control of the ball, they went a timeout.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Burroughs on top by 10, 43-33.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been very effective here in the third quarter, getting 6 points to go with his first half 6 for 12 points. He's really been the only Burroughs who's hit consistently from outside against that zone.
Bobby Bruce is in to replace him.
Was a little bit casual on that pass.
Burroughs have Bruce and Means in the backcourt. Vanderwerf and Killalay at the forwards. Dalton Hayward's moved into center. Bad pass by Vanderwerf. Stolen. 2:11 left.
Paul showed where he was going to throw that ball.
There's a moving screen by number 21. Kirk Williams got away with it.
Put away.
And Dalton Hayward couldn't do anything. Had to let him have it. The lob was in deep. Dalton didn't want to pick up his fourth foul.
Down to 8 points. They're trapping now. They fouled him, but they're not calling it.
Dalton Hayward had broken loose inside. There he is again.
Good call traveling. Good call traveling. That's a good call.
Larry Bird wants a timeout.
That was a good call. He did travel. He shuffled his feet.
Dalton had broken loose inside earlier. They didn't get the ball to him. Daniel Means didn't see him. Timeout Burroughs, 1:39 left to go in the third quarter. 43-35, 8-point lead. But it's still a ball game.
Well, it is because of the fact of the foul situation.
Scott Fulton sitting on the bench with 4. Dalton playing cautiously out there. He's got 3. He's playing cautiously. You know, he's putting his hands in his pockets on defense. But a couple of Dalton's fouls have been offensive fouls.
Well, they played it dead even here in the third quarter. They haven't given up any points, so to speak, to Northview, but they haven't looked that good, actually, in scoring their 12 points. And, of course, they've gotten 2 of their ball players in foul trouble this quarter.
2 very important ball players in fouls. And the thing that got the Burros out in front was their control of the boards. And that control is very much in jeopardy. It's lessened greatly without Scott Fulton in there. Burros have the press on. Long pass up the quarter, breaks it. Marshall to Thompson. Offline. Quarter had inside position.
And up.
Killalay, good position on the rebound. Comes Bobby Bruce.
There it is.
Means inside to Dalton.
Forget it.
He's got 2. And that's what they've got to do. Get that ball in deep to Dalton Hayward. He's going to be unstoppable in there.
Well, that 11 is their quarterback. That man Marshall. He makes that whole offense work, even with a bad leg.
But he's really slowed down.
Look at that. Heck of a shot.
Kirk Williams.
Very tough shot.
45-37. 8-point Burrow lead. Down to 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
It is.
Bobby Bruce is fouled. That's Marshall. He's gone. That's it. That's 5.
That's it. Too bad. Good ball player. Outstanding ball player. They will truly miss that young man. He is a good ball player. He only scored 3 points.
I don't think it's going to hurt him that much because he was really slowed down with the bad ankle. Frank Familari, number 14 in there, might be just as effective with 2 good legs.
Might be, but I'll tell you, Marshall plays with a lot of basketball presence out there.
Burroughs looking for the last shot.
Take him out of that zone. Going to force him out of the zone.
24 seconds left to go. They want the last shot. They're going to go into that fourth quarter. No worse than 8 up.
There it is.
12 seconds left.
There it is. Good pass. Good passing.
Dale Killalay hits it. 5 seconds left. 4, 3.
Offensive foul. Oh, my God.
Oh, they're calling a blocking foul on Dale Killalay.
That's Dale's fourth. That's Burroughs' fourth and Dale Killalay's fourth.
I got to say,
that was an atrocious call.
I don't care if it was an atrocious call. Dale Killalay had no business being in the way. There were only 2 seconds left in the quarter. They're 90 feet away. 1 second left now. Link to the court pass. The basket would not have counted. It shouldn't count. It went in, but it did not count. At the end of the third quarter, the Burros are up by 10, 47-37. We got 8 minutes of action left. Don't you dare go away.
I say it's a very interesting ball game only because of the foul situation on the Burros. I meant to mention this earlier at halftime. Burroughs shot at the free throw line 7 for 9 in the first half. They haven't got any free throws here in the second half, while Northview was 3 for 12 in the first half and 0 for 1 here in the second half.
They're going to go home saying, gee, if we'd have shot free throws, we could have beat them.
They would have been right at this point.
8 minutes to go. Dalton Hayward jumping against Kirk Williams. The Burros control the tap.
Every tap has been controlled by the Burros tonight.
Burros' biggest lead has been 12. They're swinging the ball around, looking to get it inside to Dalton or getting an open outside shot. Dalton Hayward inside. 16 points in the game for Dalton Hayward. Stolen away by Daniel Means.
He's open, so it's Vanderwerk. There's Vanderwerk.
He tried to lob it into Dalton Hayward, and that's going to be foul number 4 on Dalton Hayward. Burroughs with a 12-point lead, 49-37.
That's a team fifth.
And
That was a violation.
12-point lead, but there could be trouble in River City or Ridgecrest City. Scott Fulton already on the bench with 4 fouls. Dalton Hayward just picked up his 4th. And those two are the Burros' strength inside. Kirk Williams does something in Northview hasn't done very often tonight, make a free throw.
Only the 4th one.
And sinks a pair.
10-point lead. I would think Burroughs would run a little bit off that clock with their players in foul trouble. There it is.
Lob to Dalton. He's got 2. Paul Vanderwerf is definitely looking inside to Dalton every time he gets that ball.
Trap. Got away with
It's
it.
lob to Marcus Williams. Oh, nice move. Dalton Hayward really putting his hand in his pockets. He's not even moving under there.
Can't blame him.
51-41.
They're trapping to the ball. Northview goes to the ball and traps 2. Now he discontinued his dribble.
6.5 minutes. Means from the baseline. Hits the bottom of the net. And that's got to be good news for the Burros fans and for Coach Larry Bird.
Good hands by Bobby.
Oh, no jump? I don't believe that. That had to be a jump ball or a travel. It had to be one of the two.
They're going to get him.
Now we're going to call a foul to make up for the bad call that we made a little bit ago. When that player fell down, when he went to the floor with the ball, that's automatic traveling right there. Right. Unless the Burroughs player has equal control of it, then it's a jump ball. It had to be one of the others. Other than that, it was a non-call instead, which was a totally wrong call. I don't understand it. It's in the rule book.
Well, they've got the hang of shooting free throws.
At least that's the way the officials have explained the rules to us when we question them for calling it the other way.
That's exactly right.
Barry Quarters sinks two. And the Burroughs lead is again 10 points, 53-43.
They maintain that lead, though. They've cut 2 minutes off the clock.
6 minutes exactly left to go in this game.
Nice pass.
Wooten from the baseline. Dale Killalay knocks it away. Dalton Haywood retrieves it under the basket. He's got it easy, too. That was a good call. That was a good call. Dave was moving, but really wasn't that much contact made. Dave faked it. I think they called the foul for poor acting because there wasn't really that much contact made.
Well, I just hope that Dave didn't get his nose hit because that thing really looks tender right now.
55-43, 12-point Burroughs lead. Frank Familari at the line, shoot 1 and 1.
Well, they finally found the range shooting free throws. The last 4 points they've made have been on free throws.
Both ends of the 1 and 1 go in. Cuts the Burroughs lead back to 10 again.
Foul.
And that's going to be on Kirk Williams.
That's their team fifth, so it's a shooting violation.
They're out of fouls. Both teams out of fouls. That's only the second foul on Kirk Williams.
Dale sitting here with 8 points, 6 of those very big ones in the third quarter.
Killalay and Wooten each had 6 points in that third quarter. Dalton Hayward here with 6 in the fourth.
Too hard.
Burroughs with a 10-point lead. Northview can cut it to 8 this time down. Thompson out front with the ball. He's passing up the shot.
He almost traveled.
Crimmins from the baseline. Hits it.
What's it take?
55-47. 5:04 left in the game. Coach Larry Bird wants a timeout. And the Burroughs finally see him. They call the timeout.
They only have one left, I believe.
4:59. 1 second under 5 minutes left to go in this basketball game. And the Burroughs are on top by 8. 55-47. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you and to ask you, please stay tuned with us after the game, especially if the Burroughs win, because we have a very important announcement concerning the Burroughs' next CIF game on television. And I guess the announcement concerns whether or not it will be on television. So please stay with us right after the game. We will have an announcement concerning whether the Burroughs' next CIF game will be seen here on Channel 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the fee that the CIF requires, it makes it almost impossible without some kind of support from the community. If they really are enjoying these telecasts and want them to continue during the playoffs, we're just going to have to ask for some assistance.
Absolutely right, Bob.
Scott Fulton back in the ball game.
Both Scott Fulton and Dalton Hayward in there. Means Wooten and Paul Vanderwerf.
Almost.
Barely lost it.
Really hung out there on the limb. There it is, Fulton. He got butchered.
And got butchered, then nearly picked up his 5th foul. Scott was a little tentative. He wasn't really driving towards the basket on that.
Look at that.
That's Marcus Williams from the free throw line, and the Burros lead is 6.
Williams scores for the Vikings.
Burros haven't had a problem with the press all year long. Oh, my goodness, they had...
Dalton Hayward all alone underneath the basket. Scott Fulton didn't see him.
There it is. Oh, he had the shot and passed it up. Got lucky.
Dalton Hayward way above the rim for that rebound. And Dalton Hayward is carrying the Burros tonight.
Well, they almost stolen. But Vanderworth almost got it again. My goodness.
The press is giving him some problems. McCrimmon shoots, nobody under the rebound. Dave Wooten's got it. The Burros with an 8-point lead, 3:41 to go, 57-49.
There it is.
And that's going to be a technical foul.
It's got to be hung on the rim. He hung on the rim. It has to be a technical.
Now, what I'm concerned with is whether or not the basket's going to count.
I don't think they're going to allow it. What do you think? Yeah.
The basket does count.
What did he call?
The basket counts. Calling goaltending.
No technical foul.
I guess you can hang on the net. You can't hang on the rim.
Oh, I see. So look at the net. The Burroughs has to shoot at it. He's ripped it halfway down. How can that be? I've never seen it.
Burroughs up by 10 once again. 3.5 minutes to go, and they've got to press on.
Careful,
And that press is giving Northview trouble without Matt Marshall in there. Marcus Williams from outside. Dalton Hayward had to get away from him, maintain control.
Help him out.
I don't know, we'll see. Dan Thompson is shaking his head. It must be on him.
12. That's Dan Thompson. That's his first foul.
And Daniel Means will be at the line. Northview calls the timeout. 3:09 left in this game. They trail by 10, 59-49. Daniel Means will be at the line, and he's the perfect 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line.
17 fouls so far called against the Burroughs. To give you an example. 14 against Northview. So it's been fairly evenly distributed.
Larry Bird mapping out the strategy for the final 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Just a reminder, sports fans out there, invest in the future of the Indian Wells Valley and join up with the Century Association. They need a little bit of your time, a little bit of your energy. The dues are only $25 a year, and the money could not be spent any better. A great investment, $25 a year for a membership in the Century Association. What things they've done for the athletic programs in the Indian Wells Valley and the youth of the Indian Wells Valley. Boys and girls, high school students, junior high, down to little 6- and 7-year-olds.
Well, Daniel can't buy things.
It's almost stolen away by Paul Vanderwerf. Goes diving into the Daily Independent photographer down there.
It typifies the type of ball he plays. Almost stolen.
Marcus Williams fakes a foul.
Anyway, almost. What do we got? What do we got?
And we've got I don't know.
I don't know what it is either. 32.
Paul Vanderwerf raising his hand.
Can you believe that's Paul's first foul tonight, as aggressive as he's been?
Well, he's aggressive, yes, but he hasn't really gotten into it out there, do you think, Bob?
Come on, Doc. He smothers everybody he plays.
2:56 left to go in the game. If Northview had made their free throws like this in the first half, this would be an entirely different ball game right now. They could be the ones with the lead. Instead, they trail by 9, 59-50. And now 8. Thompson hits a pair.
8 points separate them.
8 points, 2 minutes, 54 seconds. And the clock is moving. Burroughs are going to run some time off the clock. Oh, stolen away.
Almost cost Dalton his 4th foul.
59-51, 8-point lead. Familari goes driving in.
Good hands underneath.
Stolen away underneath by Scott Fulton, so the Burros dodge another bullet right there.
2:27 and counting.
Northview had a chance to cut that lead to 6. They did not.
Great pass. Showing patience. Burroughs is going to a patient offense. It's really a box. They're going to their slow down game.
Yeah, it's a 4 corners offense.
Good pass.
They're really looking for the open man, making careful passes.
Foul by number 12.
That foul's going to be on Dan Thompson, and Daniel Means will be at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Now here's where a 4 corners offense is effective if you make your free throws.
Key to it is making the free throws. We've done very well tonight, really. 7 for 11, I believe. Or 7 for 9 in the first half and 0 for 2 in the second half.
0 for 2 here in the second half. Both of those misses coming here in the 4th quarter.
There it is.
Means perfect with it. Dalton Hayward hasn't moved from his spot on the free throw line. Number 1, he doesn't want to step over the line, cost him the point. Number 2, he don't want to get mixed up there and pick up another foul. It would be his last one.
9-point lead with 1:55.
60-51. We're under 2 minutes to go.
Quick, Doc. If they're going to have any chance at all, they're going to have to.
That went right through Marcus Williams' hands, knocked away by Wooten, retrieved by Thompson. Oh, Dave Wooten got away with one there. He ran under Thompson.
There it is, down court. Wooten's got all that down.
Dave Wooten, he's got it. Means threw that the length of the court.
Stolen by Wooten.
Dave Wooten just could do it.
Butcher, no call. No call. You believe it? Now he calls something.
How can he call an injury timeout?
He can't. Well, Burroughs got the ball back. They had to have before he could have called it.
Dave Wooten is upset not by the call, but by the lack of the call. Burroughs up by 11, 62-51, 1:20 left to go.
Technical on the coach. And the coach, I'll tell you right here now, that coach is right. You cannot stop play when the opponent has the ball club, has the ball going down court. He's right. The official compounded his mistake by calling a technical on this coach.
Yeah, he didn't call the foul, and when he saw the player, when the player said, "I'm hurt," he called timeout, whistled play. That was his second mistake. That's a 2-shot technical. Daniel Means will be at the line to shoot him.
Well, I'm glad he's getting this game out of his system right now. Say he just has lost his confidence.
Still, the Burros with an 11-point lead, 1:20 to go, 62-51.
I think that's pretty poor officiating. I'm going to be as honest about these things as I can. When they do a good job, or when it's been well called, I think we've been very fair. When it hasn't been, I think it's also honesty and recording what's going on. Officiating has been inconsistent, poor calls all night long. That last one on the coach from Northview was a perfect example of what's been going on for the second half.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Bob. I can't add any more to it. Like I said, I think we have been fair with the officiating. But it's just, you get a little frustrated because by and large, the officiating has not been that good this year. It's been a year of mediocre officiating. Mediocre to 4. That foul is going to be on Kirk Williams. I think that's his third. And that'll send Dalton Hayward to the line.
That is his third. Dalton scored 10 points here in the fourth quarter. He's got 24 on the ball game.
Dalton has played extremely well tonight. He's played hard. He's dominated the boards. All of his points have come from close in. I would say about 80% of his field goals have come on offensive rebounds. This is the second, 25 points on the game for Dalton Hayward. The Burros have a 12-point lead, 63-51. Just a little over a minute remaining. Marcus Williams. Dave Wooten with a rebound, and that foul is going to be on Marcus Williams. And Dave Wooten's played half of this game on the hardwood.
Well, I'll tell you, he got away with one down at the far end while ago, the same number 22, when he leveled Wooten going in for that breakaway. That's his fourth.
Well, that's his fifth. They just didn't call the fourth.
That's right.
The fourth one he got away with.
Paul Vanderwerf just came out, and he did a super good job defensively.
One minute, 1 second left in this game. And this is Dave Wooten's first trip to the free throw line. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1.
Got 15 points tonight, and got beat up along the way, too.
And this is the second.
Nice try.
Oh, man.
Big hustle by Wooten. Tore Killaley's sign down. I don't know whether Dale will appreciate that or not.
13-point lead. The Burros have this one in the bag. Kirk Williams can't hit it. Scott Fulton has the rebound. And that's going to be the fifth foul on Marcus Williams. Just a reminder, please stay tuned. Don't leave us at the end of this game because we do have an announcement. We would like to bring you the rest of the Burroughs CIF playoffs here on Channel 3. But we are going to need some help, so we'd like to ask you for that and show you right after this game just how you can help us bring you the rest of the CIF playoffs. So please stay tuned. Daniel Means has the rebound. And it's all over for Northview. That foul's on Dan Thompson. I think that's 4. Daniel Means will be back at the free throw line. Burroughs lineup right now. Tim Allen, Scott Fulton, Paul LaMarca, Daniel Means, and Dave Wooten. Northview knows they're out of it. Coach Ron Rice clearing his bench.
I think it's pretty safe to open the popcorn considering you got a 13-point lead with 43 seconds to go and you got a shooter up with a 1-on-1 situation.
And the other coach has just cleared his bench and sent in all the reserves because he's admitted defeat. Means makes it a 14-point game. Point margin. John Fry in for Daniel Means. That must not have been on Marcus Williams, that other foul. He's still in there. Tim Allen hustling for the ball. He's got the ball.
He's going to shoot a free throw, too.
Tim Allen's got a chance here to score in the Burroughs' first CIF playoff game.
22, that's all.
That's got to be 5 on him now. It is. Jim White is in there for the Burros now. Here comes Greg Peak in for Dave Wooten. Dave Wooten to the bench. Oh, what a game he's played.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing this court is smooth. Otherwise, he'd be full of splinters.
Dave with 15 tonight.
Tim Allen at the line to shoot 1-1.
Missed it.
Oh, it's tapped up and in. Greg Peak with a rebound. He might get him for going over the top.
What did he get?
I think that's Greg Peak. They got him going over the back of one of the Vikings inside.
Last about an hour longer than they should have. All the fouls have been called.
Tim White with a rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. He's tied up by Darren Carlin. This is the Viking player that missed the free throw. I think the tallest Northview player out there right now is 6'1". That's number 31.
They're too soon. I think they call him Tim Allen. I don't know. He got that pass through.
Rebound to Tim Allen. Ron Fry with it. And the foul is going to be Eric Waltz.
Eric Waltz raced all the way over and made contact and then looked at the ref and asked for an offensive foul.
Got to have confidence.
That's right.
And now he's cherry picking. He's clear down here in the right-hand corner. Paul LaMarca sees him and drops back. Fry gets his own rebound.
Double dribble.
And they call him on a double dribble. 9 seconds.
Picked the ball up and not bounced it a second time.
9 seconds left. 66-51. Oh, that's Eric Waltz. He put that one up from downtown. LaMarca from all the way back. That's it. The Burros are going on to the second round. 13-point victory over Northview Vikings. And the Burros fans are happy. Stay with us because we do have a very important announcement coming up right after these messages from the good people that bring you Burros basketball. And they can't continue bringing it all to you. That's why we need your help, so stay with us. You've got to be good to win a trophy this big. This is Dwayne Blue again for Sports of All Sorts. And I've got my friend Bobby here with us. Sports of All Sorts is your team outfitter. They can outfit your team no matter what it is. They've got special discounts if they're outfitting your whole team. So come in, check with Bruce Sonnenberg, ask him what the team discount is. Right now we've got some beautiful softball uniforms, softball season coming up. Bobby, you think you could play better if you were dressed in one of these?
Yeah, I guess.
Absolutely. Great pants, long wearing, water washable, warm water washable, and your choice of tops to go with them. So no matter what your game is, come out here to Sports of All Sorts. Don't forget, ask them about team discounts. They've got some great ones for you. They're open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday at 237 Balsam. Sports of All Sorts. What kind of glove you got there, Billy? What kind of glove? Good glove. Experience. Now, before we get into our analysis of the game and a scoring wrap-up, what I do want to remind everybody out there is that if you don't understand, it's costing us about $300 just to get into these games, set up our camera, bring a videotape back so that you can see it here on Channel 3. Our fees to the CIF, just for getting in and taping this, $150 a game. our airtime here on Channel 3 costs us, TJ Productions, $50 an hour right there. So the average game is another $75 right there. That's $225. Add our tickets onto it, the cost of the tape, and the games after this will be out of town. We're running $300 just to get into these games. Now, we do have some sponsors. It doesn't cover that much of it. Doesn't begin to cover all of it. So what we're asking out there, if you'd like to see the rest of the Burroughs CIF playoff games here on Channel 3, give us a call. Tell us so, and tell us you're willing to send us $1 or $2. Now, right now, you can get TJ at this phone number, 375-2120. It's 375-2120. And the reason we're asking you to call, let us know, is because there's not going to be time for you to mail in a donation or anything that's going to keep Burroughs basketball on the air for the rest of the CIF playoffs. So we need to know from you. We need to hear from you in person. Now, after you've let us know, and we're hoping there's 150, 200 people out there that would be willing to donate $1 to see the next Burroughs CIF game. If you want to send more than that, feel free. Then we'll put the next 2 on. We won't have to ask for dollars again after the next game because they're going to go a long ways, these Burroughs are. So after you've called and told us that you're willing to send us $1 or $2 or whatever you feel is worth to you, send it to TJ Productions, Post Office Box 1161, and of course that's in Ridgecrest with the 93 and the 555 after it. Post Office Box 1161 in Ridgecrest. And please send us a check. We'd rather have a check than cash. That way, if we don't get enough donations and we can't do the rest of the CIF games, we can always send you your money back. We only want the money if we can put the games on Channel 3. Well, Bob, I've made the pitch to the sports fans out there. Hopefully, we'll get a good response and we'll be able to keep bringing them the CIF playoffs here on Channel 3.
If they enjoyed this particular ball game, just remember that each step forward in these playoffs gets tougher and tougher, and we're going to be seeing better quality ball clubs. So it gives the Valley an opportunity. Those people who can't travel, can't make the trips out of town, or even in a case like tonight where the gymnasium was sold out early yesterday, I'm sure there are a lot of people in town that would have loved to come and see it live, but this is the only avenue they have to see it.
That's absolutely right. So,
what we've got here is a Burroughs victory in the opening round of CIF play. For Burroughs, not one of their better ball games. I thought there were quite a few periods during the ball game that they played very sloppily. Allowed tremendous penetration by number 11, Matt Marshall, early in the first half, and only because he got in foul trouble was Burroughs able to finally stop that penetration.
And more than that, he was hurt. He was operating on one wheel out there. Well, you might attribute some of that, Bob, a little bit of the sloppiness, the fact that the Burroughs could have been a little tight. Their first playoff game, and let's face it, even though it's a senior ball club, really Dalton Hayward is the only one with any previous playoff experience.
Well, Scott Fulton got a little bit last year, but not that much. For the Burroughs, victorious in their opening round, winning the first game 66-53, a 13-point victory. Here are the following scores. There were only 5 scores, and they were all starters. Daniel Means with 11. Dave Wooten with 15 and played a superb ball game. Dale Killalay with 8. Dalton Haywood with 25, scoring 13 of those in the second half, 12 in the first half, so he had strong consistency there.
11 of those were in the fourth quarter, right down the stretch.
And then Scott Fulton was 7.
And we might add that Paul Vanderwerf did not get into the scoring column, but a superb defensive game out there.
Bobby Bruce, while he was in the ball game too, giving Dave Wooten a rest, did a super job also. Now for the Northview Vikings, for their 53 points. Matt Marshall with 3, though he was their best penetrating guard, he only had 3 points. He got in foul trouble early and fouled out early there in the third quarter. Dan Thompson with 6, Eric Waltz with 2, Frank Familiari with 4, Kirk Williams with 13, Marcus Williams with 15, Perry Corder with 6, and Clay McCrimmon with 4 for 53 points. And 13 short.
That's the way it was. We don't know who their next opponent will be. We don't know where we'll be playing. We'll have to just wait, see how the coin toss comes out, see how the other games came out. see how the coin toss comes out, see whether we're playing in our neutral court or the other team's neutral court.
The thing about it is I think that we'll be playing the winner between San Bernardino, and I can't for the life of me think of who that was that San Bernardino was playing, but that winner will play Burroughs.
Well, wherever and whenever the game is, we hope we're bringing it to you. If you'd like to see us bring it to you and think it'd be worth it, give us a holler. Call 375-2120. Tell us that you're going to send us a couple bucks. We'll even give you the address again when you call us. So give TJ a call. She's at that number right now, 375-2120. And quite a few fans still celebrating out here. TJ has done a super job behind the camera all night, and this is playtime for her. She enjoys this. She enjoys sitting up there and just watching the fans. Dave Wooten with his nose still intact, although a little bit larger than it was when it started.
I noticed he has a few young ladies around him too. You see, every game that they end, I see the autograph, the signature going out. Must be neat to be young and successful too.
Yeah, and a basketball hero. Yeah, we've enjoyed having you for the game. We hope you have enjoyed it. This is Dwayne Blue
and Bob Mullins
saying thank you for joining us, and good night, Burros basketball fans.